Out of the way, pig! I'm trying to reach my mine shaft.
What do I keep backing up into? Move it, skeleton! I need to get to the village to sell my potions!
Come on, pig! Move!
Brains! It's too crowded here. I'm going off-road.
Oh, great. There goes the neighborhood.
On the table, the most requested item of the year so far, Minecraft minifigures Minecarts. 12 variously awesome carts to collect, all with real rolling action. These were a tough find in my area. I had to special order them, only to find them on shelf the same day that this box arrived in the mail. Oh well, if there was ever a collection to have extra pieces of, this would be the one, as rolly things are lots of fun. So this is your standard shelf box you would find on stores. I don't often get a chance to play with stuff like this, so it is kind of fun. Open up this front flap here, and you see all the boxes inside. 36, I believe. They're very reminiscent to the Grass series boxes from the minifigures first series. How long ago was that? Hopefully this pack of 36 will contain all 12 and we can run through them and maybe even look at some codes. Codes are usually printed on the bottom here. I could see it. There's the imprint. Back in the day they were pretty much 100% solid, but nowadays you have to be a little more careful as they do change batch numbers. One of the best ways though is just to look for that letter and try to pick assortment that are different letters. At least you won't get a repeat there. So let's pull out a full A through L alphabet set. Alright, this should be 12 different minifigure minecarts, and we can start rescuing them from their packages. Oh shoot, which one was A? Have to start with A. Oh man. Ah, here it is. Alright, just to be clear on the box number I am pulling from, they are 34660B, then the letter, then 7. If this number does not appear to be the same at your store, it could very well be different. And heck, it could be very well different even if it is the same. Just a warning. And it looks like the exclusives to the one packs are the Pig, Iron Golem, Cyan Dyed Sheep, and Witch. Retrieve our trusty X-Acto knife. Let the parents do that part, please. And we begin this crazy collection with a blue dyed sheep. Or is that an aqua dyed sheep? Up a little closer. These are definitely still the same size as most of these minifigures usually are. Only now they're riding all in minecarts with a little steel ball on the bottom. That is not what I expected. And in this case, feels like it's sliding more than it does rolling. Probably depends on what kind of surface you're using. Kind of a clever idea though. It gives the toy some weight, and perhaps there'll be some sort of future track option that will work well with the ball. Alright sheep, who's gonna be your first friend? Would be inside this, B. But of course, it would be Steve in diamond armor to be the friend of the blue-dyed sheep. Steve in a turquoise cart with steel ball as well. Stands much taller than the sheep does. Feels a little more substantial. I can see why these are requested already. Alright, bring out another box. Opened is another major player, Alex. Alex looks really hunched over. She's ready for a fast ride. Each minecart is a different color. Alright, where did the box D go? There we go. It's a creeper! Dun dun dun! The creeper, of course, in a nice green cart, is all set to do some explosive action. I like how his head is on an angle. You can almost roll these sideways because of the ball. Alright, moving on to the next box. Where would it be? There would it be. Package E. The Enderman. Sporting a nice purple cart, the purple cart can reach speeds of 0 to 70 in 3.5 seconds. If correctly operated, the purple cart can jump a chasm of 36 blocks. All the previous information is purely made up. So that's a pretty easy one to remember, E for Enderman. But I wouldn't take that to the bank, you never know, these could be very well jumbled. The F box is on the table. And we have a zombie in a green cart, of course. It's almost like the cart has been zombified. Where does the zombie begin and the cart end is a question of much debate. These are so fun to run into, I can't stop. Oh, Enderman really likes to tip down with that tall head. Probably the tallest one. Gee, I wonder what box we are going to look at next. And there it is, the one we've all been waiting for. Pig in a minecart. And I hit my camera. We all remember the regular pig in a minecart minifigure up against the new minecart figure. Some slight differences. The new minecart pig is just a little smaller, but the minecart looks to be almost the same size. A lot more detail on that cart though, you can see the little squares shine in the light. And of course, the steel ball. Ultra cute pig in a minecart. And we have box H. It's an iron golem. Kind of a plain iron golem. Now there's a little bit of moss growing under that chin. But no red poppy. Really needs that red flower. Pretty big noggin on this guy too. That forehead. Be a difficult racer to go down a hill. Could easily crash and cause some mayhem. Especially being made of iron and all. I is always a tricky box to find as it always sometimes kind of looks like a number 1.
I just watched Squirrel Stampede to see when he cuts his finger open with that X-Acto knife.
Look, it's a witch! In a minecart. Are they all in minecarts? What's the deal? I like the ones that have a little bit of an angle to them. That witch has a tall hat. I think we might have a winner of the tallest minecart minifigure. And if we have a winner for the shortest, it's the pig. I wonder who the winner is for the best singer. Hey, it's Jay. It's the mushroom. Lots of good mushroom merchandise lately, eh? Mushroom has some weird plastic fur. What is that? There we go. I think the mushroom again is one of my top favorites, mainly because of that contrast between the red and the white. Very striking, very fun. I wouldn't mind a few more of those. Okay, it's box K. Aw, it's a wolf in a minecart. And this wolf has a blue collar. I didn't know you could change collar colors. How do you do that one? Looks ultra cute in blue, I love it. That's also a new favorite. Of course, anything blue is awesome. And finally, L for last. Skeleton in a minecart. And as always, the skeleton kind of feels asleep. Gray minecart. They knocked it out of the park with characters for this collection. If there's more, who knows? That was a pretty entertaining run of figures. Now we just have to see some sort of track to roll these guys on. I'll put money on the mushroom and the pig in the minecart as the fastest. Maybe the wolf too. But that Enderman's gonna wreck hard with that head. Look how it's even balanced outside the minecart. Ouch. Minecraft Minecart minifigures appears on store shelves January-February 2017 and will run about $3.99 per box. Or ridiculously way too much if you buy a case. If you're big into minecarts and rolly things, these are the minifigures for you as they are roly fun and are nice, different additions to your Minecraft minifigure collections. Perfect for tipping over glasses of fine drink at your finest restaurant establishments. That's what I have to say about that.
I guess, never ask Squirrel Stampede over for dinner. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe.
Skeleton, are you sleeping?
No, that's my regular face.
Alright, Alex here has some questions for you.
Yes, Skeleton, I am at a local university studying anatomy and physiology, and I was wondering how many bones are in a Minecraft skeleton. I would like to map the bones on a 3D rendering, then apply a spatial distortion chart to figure out the projected bone growth dimension chart and map incoming calcium deposits. I would then like to splice that other data from other incoming universities and then correlate it with 5 other skeleton interviews. I would then like to follow up with that with 7 annual weekly appointments to chart any loss in bone growth data. Are you good with that, Skeleton? Great. Sounds good to me. Okay, bye!
Well, Skeleton, you agreed to all that? That's pretty cool.
What's that? Where am I? I dozed off.
Oh, Skeleton. I guess Doggy's research is a little more direct.